Welcome back to Western New York Living. Now, if you take a peek at the calendar, you'll see that Valentine's Day is just over a week away. It's a fact that I'm sure my next guest is really aware of, because nothing says Valentine's Day like a fabulous box of chocolates. Joining us now from Watson's Chocolates is Whitney Watson Beecher. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You know, Watson's Chocolates is like a tradition in my family.
I know.
And I have to tell you, for years and years, my entire childhood growing up, my mother would always get us these heart-shaped chocolates, and that's the dark chocolate. I always do milk chocolate.
Okay.
And she'd get our names, and we'd all wait for Valentine's Day to get these chocolates. Yeah. And you still do this today.
Yep. 3 generations later, we probably write 15,000 hearts a year.
And so
names.
When you go into a Watson's store today, you're handwriting these names on the chocolates.
Yeah. While you wait, just, you know, when you're checking out, we zip them off really quickly.
I love
Stacks
that.
of them. Yep.
Tell me about the story of Watson's Chocolates.
So it started in 1946. My grandparents started it with my grandfather's brother and his wife, and the 4 of them had a little soda fountain and a restaurant, and then they would sell candy out of the just the front case in the restaurant, just a little side business. And then I think in the 70s they added a separate store. And then it just kind of took off from there. My dad took the candy side of it, and his cousin took the restaurant side, and we ran with it.
And you just had last year your 70th anniversary of Watson's. Congratulations.
Really exciting. Thank you.
And we talk about Western New York Living on this show, and you're a testament to what we love about this show and the type of businesses we like on the show. The chocolate recipe, the mix of chocolates, is the same one from 70 years ago, isn't it?
We don't mess with a thing. It's the same proprietary blend of chocolate. It's the same recipes for everything we make. Pretty much do it the same way. You know, it's all mixed by hand. The only thing that's different is
watching the sponge candy right now.
Yeah.
What else is different?
That's the only thing that's really different, is everything's in robe now. I mean, we do have some things that are hand dipped, but back in the day, everything was hand dipped, including all the sponge candy, which would be a major feat.
I think our viewers will also love to know whether it's, we've got the salt caramels here, every box, every chocolate, like this is one of my favorite things, the lattice one, and when you open it up is chocolates inside.
Right.
But all of these, all the fillings in every one of these chocolates, you hand do that.
Everything, yeah.
Everything. So you know when you're getting chocolates at Watson's, you're getting the real chocolate. Oh, I think that means it's for me.
I think you have to eat that.
So tell me more about how that process happens.
Yeah, you know, it's funny you say that, because it's something I always say. I wish people knew, like, how much love and effort went into these products, you know, if they had any understanding how labor intensive it is. Because it really is made by hand. I mean, that the base of that was molded by hand, fringed by hand. The top was made by hand. You know, he added every flower by hand. It's really a labor of love. And the people there, we have the most amazing employees. They are so dedicated and take so much pride in what they do, and I think it really shows.
And you also, for somebody who's got loved ones out of town, you're shipping from Watson's.
Oh yeah, the shipping is nuts these days. We can barely keep up. Yeah.
Now we can also find Watson's chocolates at Resurgence Brewery and Anderson's Custard. In what form?
Well, Resurgence and beer, they approached us a couple years ago about using our sponge to create a new beer. So they have their sponge candy stout, and I think they have a couple variations of that. So they use our the ends that we don't use to brew with. And then Anderson's, I think for about 15 years, has been making ice cream with our sponge candy as inclusions. They also make an Elmwood Strip ice cream and a Charlie Chaplin ice cream.
For somebody looking to pick out something for their sweetheart for Valentine's Day, just tell me one thing you can't leave Watson's without.
I would say that 99% of people who walk into Watson's don't leave without sponge candy. I mean, that's, even for Valentine's, you know, you'd think.
And I just have one more question. When we're eating sponge candy, do you bite the sides off or do you just bite into it?
You know, that's really your choice. I would just dive right in.
See, that's how I bite into it. It's just that good. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I think you're gonna have to read this for me right now. Go ahead. Make sure you pick up a delicious box of chocolates this Valentine's Day for that special someone at Watson's Chocolate. 8 locations across Western New York. Their flagship store on Delaware Avenue in Kenmore Check out all the delicious offerings that they have, and their website is watsonschocolates.com. Give your sweet tooth this Valentine's Day. Give into it at Watson's Chocolate. Coming up next, Read to Succeed Buffalo will be joining us to discuss a unique program that helps younger children read at their grade level. After that, Planet Fitness joining us in studio to talk about a great offer they have now on their Black Card membership with some fabulous benefits. Western New York Living and the Sponge Candy will continue.